Hi, my name is Andy Luttrell, and I'm the author of this book right here, Psychology for the Mentalist. I wrote this book for the mentalism community based on my experience studying and doing research in social psychology. I'm a PhD student in social psychology, and I've also had a long history of magic and mentalism performance. I've been interested in it since as long as I can remember. But once I started to study social psychology, I started to realize that there were a lot of connections between the kinds of questions psychologists have been asking for a long time and the things that would be of interest to mentalism performance. And I started to put those two things together. Now, I'm not the first one to say there's a connection between psychology and mentalism. Far from it. But I have noticed that in the past, when people ask for recommendations for information about psychology within the mentalism community, a lot of recommendations get thrown around, but not all of them are really rooted in psychological science, the answers that scientific methods have been able to tell us about social psychology and people, human behavior, thought patterns, and so on. So I wanted to compile a bunch of that research and weed out all the stuff that wouldn't really be of interest to mentalism. And so I put all that stuff into this book here, and over the years I've written quite a bit of stuff. Now, I should note that this is not a book full of tricks. I know that there's a lot of people who are looking for exactly that. There are effects in here. There are premises, ploys, subtleties, even covert methods for various things. But really the value is in the compilation of psychological, scientific solutions to various things. You'll see information about lie detection, subconscious influence, being able to manipulate people's choices, know how poorly people are able to predict their own futures, and so much more. There's a ton of stuff in here, and it's super well referenced. So there's quite a large reference list at the end of the book. If you're interested in psychology, this is really where it's all at. And I would encourage you to take the time to actually read and digest the information in this book. It's not the kind of book that you'll be able to run with right out of the box. You'll have to sit down and think about some of these things to find their way into your own performances. So I just thought I would make this video as an opportunity to say hello, introduce myself to the mentalism community because I'm not already a name that's established within that community, and tell you a little bit more about why I embarked on this project.